All right. And introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Shannon Smith, and I've been making self-publishing mini comics for like 6 years now. Made a lot of mini comics. Right now, the two main ones I'm promoting are this is a book called Brush and Pen. I actually published it like going on 3 years ago now, but it got a lot of good critical response, so I came up with like a third edition with some like critical blurbs and stuff on the back, and did a color cover. The original was just a black and white cover, nothing special. And this is a comic I've made just a few months ago called a Small Bible. It's essentially the Old Testament broken down into 9 comic book pages. Sort of a challenge to myself to see if I could, I like making short, small, little mini comics. I also make these little like 25-cent mini comics that I sell. I make these all the time and just sell them for a quarter. But I like making small, short books, little pocket-sized books, and I just had this like challenge in my mind. Oh, what if I took like the biggest, most complex book ever and tried to put it into a little comic? So
is that Hebrew?
Yeah, that's Hebrew.
So do I have to read this thing backwards, or is it still read front to back? All right, cool. That just makes it a little easier on me. And what's Brush and Pen about?
Brush and Pen is it's essentially like a throwback kind of story, like old TV sitcoms like I Love Lucy and The Honeymooners, except it's about a brush and a pen. The brush is the wife, and the pen is just a ballpoint pen, and he's like working class chump. The ballpoint pen is, and the brush is more artsy because she's a brush. She's the difference between like scribbling with a ballpoint pen or painting with a brush, and so opposites attract. And they're husband and wife, and they just have husband and wife kind of squabbles. And the gimmick to the book is that the pen is drawn with a ballpoint pen, and the brush is drawn with a brush, and there's supporting characters in there, like the one that's a Sharpie that's drawn with a Sharpie. It's just the story-wise is like old school TV sitcom type stuff, just husband and wife getting in an argument and that sort of thing, and kiss and make up at the end, like I Love Lucy sort of thing.
It's very cool. The thing about mini comics that I've noticed is that mini comics seem to not have any specific genre. I mean, when people think of comic books and they immediately go back to the Batman TV show, they think it's all superheroes and pow and wham. And I've noticed that mini comics, there's no limit to what you can do, and I like that because it's a lot harder to pin down. It gives you no limitations. The great thing about drawing is there's no budget. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and if anything, like every time I start a new mini comic, if anything, it's like to try to do something I haven't done before. So, I mean, that maybe that works against me because I don't have a style or a genre that I do comics in. I just treat each mini comic as its own individual thing. But yeah, if I say I want to do a TV sitcom, I'll do a TV sitcom. I want to do something about the Bible, I'll do something about the Bible. I want to do a superhero thing, I'll do a superhero thing. And maybe it'll be one book, maybe I'll do more. I've done like a couple of series type things before, and I get bored with them. Unless there's like an audience demanding or an editor demanding, to keep doing the same thing over and over again can be mundane. So I just do something different every time, and that's kind of how mini comics are. I think most people just treat each mini comic as its own little thing, and when they're done with it, they move on to something else. But there's a lot of variety. You can do anything with them.
Pretty cool. What are some of the other places you're going to be appearing in the near future on this?
I don't know this year. This year I've kind of already done a lot of my traveling for the year. I was at Heroes, and I was at Fluke in Athens, possibly SPX later on this year. And then other than that, I'm working on a lot of different projects. So right now my time and what budget I have for publishing is kind of focused on putting together a thick graphic novel collecting about like the past 6 years of mini comics that I've done all into one book. So when I get that finished, I'll start thinking about what other shows I'm going to do. But right now, at this moment, I'm probably just focused on that, and then probably do a lot of shows in 2009.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. So thank you very much for your time.